A colorful good morning to everyone. This is Nikita from 2nd MBZC from TTWRDC, Devarakonda. I have chosen the topic is endocrine system. Do you know endocrine system? Okay, let's see about the endocrine system. The true endocrine glands are derived from the evolutionary history of the animal kingdom. Some of these cells are derived from the nervous system and that are migrated from the nervous system to various parts of the body. And this endocrine system was proposed by Charles Bernard. Okay, let's see depth of the endocrine system. In animal kingdom, it means animals contain two types of glands. They are exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Okay, let's see about the exocrine gland. Exocrine glands has ducts to carry their secretion, but whereas endocrine glands, it does not have ducts to carry their secretion. Hence, the endocrine glands are ductless glands. So, the study of these endocrine glands are endocrinology. So, the father of endocrinology is Charles Bernard Brown Skeward, is the father of the endocrinology. Okay, and the next one is the secretion of the endocrine system are called as hormones. The term hormone was coined by the famous scientist Sir Starling, and the term the hormones means is nothing but it means to excite. And the next one is secretin is the first hormone to be detected in the endocrine system. Okay, and the next one is, okay, let's see about the human endocrine system. Okay, in human endocrine system, a man consists of many distinct glands and less organized tissues located at various parts of the body. The main endocrine glands in man are hypothalamus, parathyroid gland, thyroid gland, pituitary gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, testes, ovary, and etc. These are the main endocrine glands in a human body. Okay, let's see about the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is a master gland of the endocrine system. Even I too don't know why pituitary gland is only called as the master gland. Okay, let's see. Let's see about the answer. In pituitary gland, pituitary gland is also called as the hypophysis. It lies in a bony depression called a sella turnica in a hypothalamus. Okay, next let's see the structure of the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is a small T-shaped gland in grey or red color. It is present in the hypothalamus of the brain or infundibulum of the stalk of the pons. In pituitary gland, there are mainly three lobes are present: anterior lobe, intermediate lobe, posterior lobe. Okay, and the next one is anterior lobe and intermediate lobe are together referred as the adenohypophysis. It is a glandular part. And the next one is posterior lobe. Posterior lobe is called as the neurohypophysis. It contains the neural structure. And the next one is adenohypophysis is also called as the first secretion of the hormones. It means it manufactures the hormones, secretion of the hormones. And the next one, neurohypophysis. Neurohypophysis, it receives and releases the hormones from the neurosecretory cells of the hypothalamus. Okay, let's see the hormone secreted from the adenohypophysis. Adenohypophysis secrete mainly 7 hormones. They are growth hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, next one is prolactin hormone, melanocyte stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, and the next one is luteinizing hormone. Okay, let's see about the growth hormone. It is the growth hormone. Okay, let's see about the growth hormone. Growth hormone is also called as the somatotropic hormone. It is a protein hormone. It promotes the growth of the forelimbs and hind limbs. Growth hormone stimulates the growth and development of the tissues located at various parts and accelerated by the cell division and calcium synthesis. And the next one, the improper secretion of this growth hormone referred as the mainly 3 disorders. They are acromegaly, gigantism, and the next one is dwarfism. Okay, let's see about the dwarfism. It is caused by the deficiency of the growth hormones. So the person does not have the bones and body does not grow. So it is permanently stopped. And the next one is gigantism. It is caused by the excess secretion of the growth hormone. It means hypersecretion of the growth hormone. And the next, the growth hormone. The growth hormone, it looks like a patient looks like a pituitary gland. And third example is acromegaly. It is also caused by the excess secretion of the growth hormone, and in person the body of the forelimbs and hind limbs are abnormally grown or stopped, and the person looked like a gorilla. And the next hormone is thyroid stimulating hormone. It is also thyroid stimulating hormone is also known as the thyrotropin. It stimulates the thyroid gland and it thereby increasing the secretion of the thyroxine. Increase in the secretion of the thyroxine. And the third hormone is adrenocorticotropic hormone. It stimulates the adrenal cortex to grow and thereby increasing the secretion of the glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids. And the fourth hormone is follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, let's see about the follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone, it stimulates the sperm formation in the male and growth of the ovarian follicle in the female. In older person, it maintains the sexual activities. And the fifth hormone is luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone is the fifth hormone from the endocrine system. In male, it induces the interstitial cells of the testes to produce the male sexual hormones named androgens such as testosterone. This helps in the production of the male sexual hormone to be full grown and functional. When it comes to female, in female, this luteinizing hormone helps in the production of the ovulation and secretion of the female sexual hormones such as estrogen from the mature ovarian follicle and progesterone from the empty corpus luteum of the ovarian follicle. Okay, see, the important thing is this follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone are together referred as the gonadotropic hormone. So these are called as the gonads. And the sixth hormone of the pituitary gland is prolactin hormone. Prolactin hormone is also called as PH hormone. Okay, let's see about the prolactin hormone. In women, it stimulates the growth of the milk production in a pregnancy woman or the secretion of the milk after the childbirth. This prolactin hormone is also called as the lactogenic hormone. Okay, the overproduction of this prolactin hormone is called as the galactaria. Okay. And next one, in mammals, it means us, human beings. In human beings, this prolactin hormone stimulates the production of the progesterone by the ovarian follicle. And the next, in pigeons and in other certain birds which feeds with their young ones and which feeds their milk with young ones, this prolactin hormone stimulates the production of the crop milk. In fresh water, the fishes also helps in the osmoregulation. So this is the explanation of this prolactin hormone. And the last but not least, which is melanocyte stimulating hormone. This is the melanocyte stimulating hormone in the adenohypophysis. Okay, let's see about the melanocyte stimulating hormone. This melanocyte stimulating hormone is secreted from the intermediate lobe of the pituitary gland. Okay, let's see. This melanocyte stimulating hormone is also called as the intermediate or chromatotropic hormone. It means chromo. It means it shows the color of the pigment. Yeah. This melanocyte stimulating hormone stimulates the black pigment, which is called as the melanin, is present in our skin. So thereby the darkening of the skin in any animals like amphibians and reptiles. Okay, yeah. Just now we finished the adenohypophysis. These are the hormones secreted from the adenohypophysis. Okay, let's go to the next one is neurohypophysis. I think, you know that neurohypophysis, it receives and releases the hormones from the neurosecretory cells of the hypothalamus via their axons, and these neurohypophyses release them into the blood. So here the neurohypophysis secreted mainly two neuropeptides. They are oxytocin and next one is vasopressin. Okay, let's see about the oxytocin. Yeah, this oxytocin is a term derived from the Greek which meaning quick childbirth. In women, this oxytocin helps in the contraction of the uterus during the pregnancy to enhance the labor pains. For this reason, a synthetic oxytocin was find that is a pectin is administered for the pregnancy women to enhancing their labor pains. And the next point is this oxytocin is also helps in the stimulation of the milk growth in the breast of lactating women to enhancing the muscle fibers of the milk duct. And the next, this oxytocin and this prolactin also helps in the functioning or the controlling of the mammary glands. Why this prolactin helps in the production of the milk, and whereas this oxytocin helps in the ejection of the milk soon after the childbirth. Okay, next hints and finally hints this in neurohypophysis this oxytocin is also known as the milk ejected hormone, and whereas this prolactin is also known as the milk production hormone. And next one is finally this oxytocin is also stimulated and responsible for the maternal behavior of a woman. And the next neuropeptide of this neurohypophysis is vasopressin. Okay, let's see about the vasopressin. Vasopressin it stimulates the reabsorption of the water from the urine, and thereby it reduces the volume of the growth. Yeah, it reduces the volume of vasopressin. It stimulates the reabsorption. It stimulates the nephrons to reabsorb the water from the urine, and thereby it reduces the urine formation in the human body. And this hormone is called as antidiuretic hormone. Yeah, the deficiency of this antidiuretic hormone produces the large volume of the urine, that is 40 liters per day. So this defect is called as the diabetes insipidus. Yeah, the deficiency of this antidiuretic hormone is called as this defect is called as the diabetes insipidus. This is called as the vasopressin. So this all is about the neurohypophysis, and this all is about the adenohypophysis. Yeah, now I get the answer. Why? What is that means? Why the only pituitary gland is called as the master gland? Now I get the answer. What is that reason means? Only this pituitary gland secrete all these hormones and it controls the secretion of these hormones. So that is the main reason. So the pituitary gland is called as the master gland of this endocrine system. Now I think now you to get this answer. Yeah, the pituitary gland is called as the master gland of this endocrine system because it releases it secretes the number of hormones and it controls the secretion of the hormones in the human body. Yeah, a very special thank you to everyone for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.
Stay home.